Have y'all noticed that the only car owners who act like personal hype men for their vehicles and bombard this platform with exuberant sales pitches are Tesla owners? They're like MAGA for a car, which is proof positive that the car actually sucks. Tesla is the only car company in the world that needs an army of My Pillow hype men to convince people to buy their cars. Can you imagine BMW or Cadillac doing that? I don't give a damn if Musk unloads his bot army on my tweets. In 48 hours, they'll be gone, and I'll still be persuading the people who care about my views. They attack because they know my words matter, and so do I. Governor DeSantis of Florida to make $15 to $20 million in profit when Twitter completes the sale to Elon Musk, which is exactly why it must be blocked. Join me in boycotting Tesla. Getting tired of blocking bots. We'll reopen comments in a little while. And yeah. So this is a pretty fascinating development that's been happening on Twitter for the last couple of days, especially since Elon Musk announced his purchase of Twitter. And it all started with a tweet where she asked Americans to start boycotting Tesla, essentially to stop buying Teslas. Unfortunately, I can't put up the tweet because I didn't take a picture of it before I was protected from watching her stuff on Twitter. But this is a very fascinating time in the Tesla community and those of us that follow Elon's companies and the missions and so on and so forth. There's a trend emerging from those that are anti-Tesla in one way or another, or don't believe in the things that Elon Musk and his companies are doing, where they're claiming the support group, the people that follow his companies are passionate about his missions, perhaps the people that have worked there like I have, that we don't exist. We are not real. We are bots. We're just a figment of people's imaginations. We're probably coded right now by a bunch of Russian hackers in Russia, where we're sitting down and creating all these posts about the company. What's really interesting about this is that you think about Tesla and SpaceX and all the other car companies, it is very unique that it has a community around it that is so freaking passionate about the product and the mission and the leader. There hasn't really been anything like this before. And now that Elon Musk's popularity is growing and the products around him are also growing in popularity, there seems to be now this angle starting to emerge that none of this can be real. None of this can actually exist. This is just something that has to be fake. It has to be somehow controlled by Elon and his companies for this to actually be a real thing. And the fact that Elon is now purchasing Twitter, there's going to be more and more noise or backup to the notion that whatever support Elon and his companies are getting on Twitter is likely to be fake. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel pretty real. I can touch my muscles. I don't really have a lot of muscles. I can touch my skin. And even though I can admit that being passionate about Tesla and Elon and his companies seems a little just out of whack with society, with the rest of how, I guess, society normally operates. Essentially, I'm this crazy fanboy about these things. It's perhaps not so much a reflection of us as a community that we're so passionate about Elon and his mission and his companies, but perhaps it could be a reflection that there aren't more things in the world to be passionate about, to be trusting of, to be really excited about for the future of humanity and civilization. I made a video not too long ago where I claimed that Tesla's community will 10x in the next year or so, but I also believe that the hate will also 10x. And with Twitter's purchase likely to be finalized way quicker than people think, that hate and that love, I guess you can put it, is going to grow way faster, I think, than people expect. And I think that as a community and as people that follow this story, we're going to have to get used to the fact that Elon and his companies are going to be part of the political discussion. It's going to be part of the cultural discussion. And there's going to be a lot of haters that are going to come out of nowhere en masse from groups that we never thought could be possible. And they will try to use Elon as a person, Elon as a billionaire, Elon as a CEO and a business leader, Tesla as a large manufacturer, SpaceX as a monopolistic company, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be a lot of attack vectors, as Elon likes to call them, towards those companies and Elon himself. I expect this to be way worse than whatever FUD that we faced as a community back in 2017 and 2018, when there was a lot of news claiming that Tesla was going to fail and it was a company that was essentially going to go bankrupt and those that were investing in the company were essentially fools. But ultimately, Ultimately, my biggest takeaway is that those that play these status games, these games to try and bolster their popularity and to try and say, hey, look at me, look at how much better I am than Elon and whatever his companies are doing and the people that are working for him and the people that are his fans and his company's fans, that specific strategy I think is going to backfire massively. I do believe that Elon and his companies have a much broader appeal than these folks realize, and I think that's going to come to bear in the upcoming years. Do a quick experiment. Try to go outside or talk to your family members or just random people and ask them, hey, what do you think about Elon? What do you think about Tesla? And see what kind of opinion you get. Talk to 10, 20 people at random in a day and see what kind of sample size you get. My guess is that about 80% or more of those people are going to be either passively supportive or directly supportive of Elon and his companies and his missions. And it's politicians and organizations and groups that are trying to create some sort of coalition against Elon and his companies, they start realizing that it's backfiring. I think there's going to be a big tone shift at some point. It's probably not going to happen in this election cycle in the US, probably not going to happen in 2024 either, but it's going to get way worse before it gets better. And as a community, I don't really think we need to do anything, right? Elon is a big boy. He knows how to handle this stuff. I'm sure this is nothing. And honestly, we have better stuff to worry about for ourselves as individuals. But it's still a very fascinating development that's worth mentioning, that as Elon and Tesla and SpaceX become a bigger part of the culture, the hate and the love is going to 10x. It's going to get much, much bigger. And even though it's going to be very uneasy at times, and some of us may feel like we're being personally attacked for these things, I really encourage all of us to try to be as unemotional as possible and really view these things happening through a lens of, okay, what is this person really trying to achieve by saying this? Are they really speaking their mind? And instead, they might be virtue signaling, or they might be saying, hey, look at me. This is what I believe. If you believe this too, come to my support, right? A lot of these people have teams around them and they might ask, hey, what's the correct word combination for this tweet so that I can get the maximum number of support or dollars or votes, whatever you're doing, whatever your agenda is for that specific tweet? What is the right combination of words to maximize that thing? I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think that this is going to be something that's serious, something that's going to potentially damage the community or the companies in some way? Or do you expect this to just be normal? You know, as you grow, you're going to grow haters. Haters going to hate, right? It is what it is. But I really think the key thing here is to be unemotional about these things and really see them for what that person or group is trying to achieve. And even though this is a test of our patience and our passion, and it's going to make us feel very uncomfortable, I think in the long run, this is a great thing. It's going to expose those that are trying to play some sort of game with unfounded facts or things where they're just trying to spread a specific agenda. And instead, the best ideas will continue on. Those that deserve the criticism will get it. Those that deserve the praise will get it. And hopefully we get to a point where all of us are more united and we come together to solve problems and build the future for all of us. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye-bye.